We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning. Oh, you can continue, Mitch. What were you saying?
I was just, you know, speaking extemporaneously, about world politics and,
Uh-huh.
just cosmopolitan stuff.
Uh-huh. Okay, whatever you say, Mitch. Mitch Camps. All right, man. Dude, I'm so upset with you, man.
Why?
Because like ranking, it's not so much getting the movies, picking the top 25, but like more so ranking them,
Yes. Yes.
Um, and so I'm not married to my rankings of these films, right? I'm
Yes.
pretty happy with uh the films that I picked, but there's a lot. Yeah, I it's just tough, man. So if you don't know, we're going to be starting our top 25 movies of all time. And when I say top, we're not saying, oh, these are the films that we think are the greatest. These are our personal favorites, okay? So um, you may agree with some, you may strongly disagree with others, which I'm sure many will. But this is just our personal list. Uh, and correct me if I'm wrong, these are the films that once again are our favorites, but have impacted our lives, right? Like our top 25. Correct
Yeah,
me.
I think for me and you that rings true that they left some impact on us beyond just the objective critical analysis a person might apply to a movie. And I'm
Exactly.
with you. I'm not married to any of these. If somebody confronts me about it, I'm going to deny it tomorrow. I'm going to say this is an AI voice, like our AI
Yeah.
picture or our AI theme song. Um,
What? Okay, folks, the song is not AI. That's me. Okay, I
um,
reject that.
yeah. So I mean, I'm ready to go ahead and just start pulling some triggers and counting down from 25. I want to make plenty of caveats, and I'm gonna do some crazy things. So
Yeah, so let's just do 25 to 21 because the like I said, I only ranked those. The other ones I didn't. Okay, so that way it gives each of those films enough time. So, Mitch, what's your number 25?
okay, now here's the deal. I decided for my number 25 slot, I was gonna go ahead and have like a true wild card. Uh, a
Okay.
lot of the a lot of my top 25 is time honored stuff for me. This is a 2014 movie, I'm pretty sure, and
Okay.
it's pretty generally either outright reviled or just basically
I.
discounted. People are, you know, just uninterested in it or moved on and forgotten it. But for whatever reason, it hit me at just the right time and place. Saw it in theater by myself in Chattanooga, and it never left me. And it is.
I already know. I already know.
Do you just want to go for it?
It's The Gambler.
It's The Gambler, the remake, so to speak, of The Gambler with Mark
Okay.
Wahlberg. That's right.
I should have known, but you know what's funny, Mitch, is that you say wild card, and my number 25 is also a wild card. It's not.
It's Wild Card with Jason Statham.
Yes. How did you know? No. So it's a movie that okay. I just love this movie. It's The Terminal.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
this movie, I can rewatch it again and again and again. Um,
Respect.
it's magical. I did you say it or did Roger Ebert say it? I can't remember. I get the two great writers mixed up, but it's like a Frank Capra film, right? It's
Very true.
a very
Very true.
modern Frank Capra movie. it's almost like a fantasy in a way, right? Um, I,
Right.
I think Tom Hanks gives his best or one of his best performances. It's just a delight, man. Ah, God, I love that movie. Vanessa and me, we try to watch it once a year. It's just such a delightful film. I know people may disagree. It's probably not in anyone's top list of anywhere, but it's just a wonderful film. It always brightens my mood. It always brings warmth to my heart, especially it's 20 over 20 years old. So I'll just spoil this, why he's doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? It's for his dad, you know, and
Mm.
the ending whenever they tell him, go home now, or we're gonna send back your friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the sacrifice where he says, "I'll go," leave them alone. I'll go. For him to do that, God, man, is that movie is so powerful. Uh,
It
I
is, man. It cheers me up that you put it on your list. And it's a rare movie. It's got a lot of magic. It's not like too bogged down in realism. It's like very Hollywood in the best way. And Spielberg, right? Coming
Yep,
in on the list already. I don't know if he'll show back up again. Wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Capper shows back up again.
yep.
Um,
So what's your 24?
so, dude, oh my goodness. 24, here's what I put, and I'm just gonna keep it. I put Five Easy Pieces.
Wow, that is a surprise. Okay.
I think when I saw that, it was at a time where, uh, I had been slamming back movies for a lot of years by then. I was in full, I guess, cinephile mode, and I was kind of movies weren't really getting to me as much, and
Yeah,
put this on really late at night in the old mill where we lived, uh, and it was like reading a book of poems because
yeah,
I don't even know how like much I could tell you about the particulars of that movie, but when a
yeah,
movie is able to transcend its particulars and is just more of a spiritual experience, uh, that probably says something about it. I always look back at that movie as one of the saddest movies I've ever seen, and it made me, for its runtime, feel some of the saddest things I've ever felt. And I think when a movie can do that, you gotta hang back and pay attention. And so it was a movie, and it's why it's like back here at 24, I guess, that kind of like I had thrown into uh like a bucket of like these are maybe in my all-time favorite movies.
yeah,
I tossed it in there kind of, and I think the fact that I tossed it in says something too.
yeah.
So I put it back here at 24, but yeah, it's around for however long. Maybe I make this list tomorrow, it's not the same, but
I respect that. I love that movie. I love Jack Nicholson in it, and I love the piano scene on the highway.
I do too.
Um,
It's got some iconic moments like that, and the one where he's talking with his dad, and then it's one of my all-time favorite endings as well.
Well, that's a good pick, and we're kind of on the same wavelength in that you had a more of a modern film, and my number 24 is the movie where I don't think it gets enough love because of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, but my number 24 is The Sting.
Mm,
Um, I man, it's one of the movies that made me fall in love with the heist
yeah,
genre.
yeah.
I it's not similar, but I almost put The Hustler here with Paul Newman. I love The Hustler. It's probably somewhere in my top 100. I don't know, but The Sting is just, yeah, it just made me fall in love with the genre of the heist and how entertaining it could be and how it keeps pulling one over you time and time again. It's just such a fun movie. I think it's great. I just, once again, I don't think it gets enough love that it does. But yeah, so that's my number 24. Mitch, what is your number 23?
Well, I want to say something about this thing too, because I feel what you're saying about it keeps pulling one over on you. It's one of the first times I watched a movie and felt like how a movie could be a magic trick,
Yeah,
and it makes you aware of it. It's not like, the oh, I discovered the artifice of movies at some point and that they are all magic tricks, but like it's kind of wearing it on its sleeve. Like this
yeah,
is what a movie can do. Like it can keep you guessing. It can con you
yeah,
as well.
exactly.
So I like that pick. 23. Okay, so I did some more weird things for my next few picks. 23, I would describe as how they do, how do you say, like when somebody wins an Oscar for their career, and it's like
Yeah.
they gave a good performance in that movie, but this is, I think, more for something else here. I wanted to put Chungking Express, the Wong
Oh,
Kar
wow.
Wai.
Okay.
Another one again, like years after Five Easy Pieces, but also kind of going through like a rut. Not like I'm not enjoying movies, but like they're struggling to like hold any power over me.
Yeah.
And this movie's like getting lost in a city. If you've ever been to a city you've never been to, if you've ever gone to a city that you've never been to before and you're just getting lost in it, that's what
Yeah.
this movie feels like to me. It defies normal narrative structure. You get to wander around in it. It's got a wonderful texture of just this kind of a romance. It's got a magnolia to it.
Yeah.
So it was my first Wong Kar-wai, and it really stuck with me.
Well, dude, I love that pick. Really do. My number 23. You're probably going to be surprised by it, mainly
Okay,
because of how far back it is.
I'm
Uh,
already
but
been surprised by both of your picks, man.
but my 23 is Star Wars. Now
Ooh,
you can take your pick, where Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, or The Return of the Jedi. Um, one day I could feel a certain way. The other day I could, feel, oh, Empire is better, or oh, Return. But I'm in the minority. I always lean for Return of the Jedi. I love that movie, but I just put Star Wars in general, because it's just, man, it's one of the, it's monumental. It's truly
so
a
are you saying Return of the Jedi, or are you saying Star Wars: A New Hope?
if I had to pick right now, I'm gonna say A New Hope, mainly because that's what started it all.
Respect, respect.
So I'll just say A New Hope. But yeah, I just love Star Wars: A New Hope. I mean, I love the whole trilogy there, even some of the prequels and so on. But anyways, yeah, Star Wars. I mean, it's probably in most people's top 100. I wouldn't, So yeah, what's your number 22?
Yeah, can't argue with that. My number 22, and I won't do this the whole list, but keeping with the honorary career Oscar theme, I picked Tokyo Story. Um,
Okay.
and Ozu is one of those discovered later in life, like probably 2020, and it was just instantly kind of fell in love with this filmmaker, and this movie was actually remade in the U.S. Make Way for Tomorrow, another great movie, but just the simplicity, the purity, uh, the messaging of this movie. You can't serve your family beyond the grave. Time is going away. The people we love are getting old. We're gonna get old.
Yeah.
Um, uh, there's our children are going to grow up. They're replacing us. Just it was sort of a nexus point of my life just before having kids, and Yeah, it found me at the right time. It was snowing the day I watched it too. I always remember that.
Wow.
So that kind of can enhance enhance a
Wow.
movie. But yeah, Tokyo Story.
Wow, well that's a classic pick, and in contrast to what I'm gonna pick, people are probably gonna be roll their eyes at my pick, and they're gonna be applauding Mitch's 22nd pick, because it's a classic, film lovers film, Tokyo
And you've
Story.
seen it, right?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't seen all of it like from beginning to end in one sitting, but I do plan on watching it, you know. But
I will say Ozu does feel like somebody. He's honestly like one of those filmmakers that I would just put on the TV like radio,
yeah.
because it's just such a soothing kind of ambiance he creates. But I'm looking forward to your number two. What is it?
My number 22 is Forrest Gump. I know, like, I know, but when we're talking about our personal favorites, when we're talking about island movies, of movies that you can just rewatch and rewatch, they never get old. Forrest Gump is up there, man. It's just so funny. It's so moving. It's a Hollywood movie, but it's also just so beautiful. I mean, gosh, it has one of my favorite lines in any movie. Sometimes there just ain't enough rocks. Uh, like dude, I don't care. Hate me for loving this movie. If it's not cool to love Forrest Gump, I okay, great, that's fine with me. But this movie always puts a smile on my face, always gets me in tears. I laugh my butt off every time. Tom Hanks, wow, man, another Tom Hanks performance that's just like he earned that Oscar, and so uh, yeah, that's my number 22nd,
Well,
man.
Sam, that movie's still really well regarded, even on Letterboxd. I don't think the zeitgeist has turned its back on that movie yet, although it does have some detractors. But I think it's still beloved, and I think that's with good reason. It's a really well done movie. It's the first one on your list where I was like, I don't know, I don't think that would come like even in my top 100 probably, but it is definitely a good movie, and it probably deserves a rewatch from me.
Yeah, it's more about the rewatch. I had to think about multiple factors, right? How did it impact me, and then
Yeah,
of course the would I watch this movie again? And I have to, like, that's for me, that's how you determine the movies that really do affect you, right? Like
I
the
think
movies
so.
that really just get under your skin, and just kind of where you can just watch it again and again. And you know what? It'll probably be a movie where I can put on during Thanksgiving, and people will, come in and out and watch a scene or
Yeah,
two,
right.
laugh, and just walk out, and then come back. And it's not, you can just come and go as you please,
Yeah,
Um,
and I will say, kind of, since you're kind of giving a little more context to how you thought about picking, I think for me, a big part of it was, and that's why some of my spoilers are ones that came to me later in life, but a big part of what makes a movie impactful for in terms of my list is its staying power. So a lot of
yeah.
them are ones that I found early on or found me early on and that have kind of really were formative or have stuck around.
Yeah, I mean the same for me. I mean, I watched Forrest Gump. Oh God, when I was a kid, and I
Right.
ever since then, I've watched it, 100 times. But
Yeah.
Mitch, to move on, this is your number 21, and keep in mind, audience, we're only going to be doing 25 to 21 right now. So,
Oh
uh,
man, this is the last one.
yeah, this is the last one, the 21.
All right. Well, it's good because this is kind of the end of that category of spoilers for me. I'm gonna do one more that's uh more like a career Oscar later life discovery before I kind of move into my seminal stuff. This is actually, I think, the movie on the list that I saw most recently in life, and I think it was 4 years ago. So Yeah, the list is going to change shape after this tomorrow when we keep talking about it. But for me, number 21 is Andrei Tarkovsky's Stalker.
Wow. Okay, that's one that I have not seen.
Yeah, I really hope that I don't know when's going to be the right time for it because Tarkovsky is he's very dense, very thick in one
Oh,
sense.
yeah. I know. Like he did Solaris, right?
Oh, so you've seen Solaris.
The obviously the original.
Not the George Clooney one?
You're funny.
Yeah, yeah, because yesterday when you were talking about Breathless, I thought you were talking about the Richard Gere one. I was so confused.
You're
Uh,
ridiculous.
yeah, so Stalker was the first of his movies that I saw, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I was completely taken in by it. I it's a little trite in some ways, or a little easy to get cynical about saying something like it was a spiritual experience, but it felt that to me. I was very moved spiritually, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since then. I've loved getting into his other movies like Solaris and Andrei Rublev and Nostalgia and others. He's just he's such a powerful voice. He's a poet. His dad was a poet. Um, I think when you get those lineage of artists, it makes a big impact. So, I mean, it's still a little early, but yeah, I had to put this on my list.
Well, yeah, it makes me want to see it even more, man. And
It's on
it's
YouTube.
just you. I agree. It's one of those movies where I have to be in the right state of mind because I
Yeah,
know his work, so it's like I know it's gonna be dense and I know it's gonna be important, right? But
yeah.
it's just I haven't found the time to really give it my attention.
You got to
But
be ready to wrestle, but also then once you've done it, I mean, if you just have it on, it's another like Ozu where it's like every time you look at the screen, you're gonna see something impactful.
so moving on to my 21, the last one I'm going to talk about. I am so proud to love this movie mainly because I loved it far before people even realized this movie existed.
Oh,
Um,
just like
I,
Forrest Gump.
well, no, not in the same. I
I'm
think
just, I'm just kidding around.
it's more of the opposite actually. Like I
Yeah,
don't ever
I'm just being
remember
sarcastic.
anyone talking about this movie, and then out of nowhere, everyone starts to like, oh my god, I love like, have you seen this movie? I'm like, yes, I've seen this
All right,
movie. It's
I
the
know what you're gonna say.
go
Oh, you know what I
go
thought you were gonna say?
what?
The Fall.
No, 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 no.
All right, hit me.
So my number 21 is The Truman Show.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
that is a good one.
Yeah, The Truman Show, man. Dude, this movie. Uh, how do I explain it? It's just one of those movies that what's the word? Existential? Is that
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's just one of those movies, man, that like it makes you think about your own life,
yeah. What is
and it
all
make
this?
what is this, who is my mom, who is my dad, like what is my purpose, is my purpose simply just to live? Like this movie is just such an amazing film. I think people discount it a lot mainly because uh it stars Jim Carrey, right? And
Right?
they think it's just another comedic performance. And, in some regard, it is, right? But, God, man, this movie just, when I first watched it when I was younger, it just took me out. It took me out. I couldn't believe I watched this film, and I couldn't believe that other people hadn't watched this movie. And I remember talking about it so much when I watched it. I was like, oh, you need to watch The Truman Show. You need to watch it. You need to watch it. It's a great film. I think you've seen it,
Oh,
right?
of course, yeah. And I love that era of movies where filmmakers were just finally kind of dialing into the soulfulness of Jim Carrey. I believe it's a good story, but he makes that movie. something special.
Yeah, one second. Yeah, and he does, man. And look, it didn't make my list, but I kid you not,
Eternal
it
Sunshine.
it was on my list last night, and then this morning I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I've lived longer with the Truman Show in my life than I have Eternal, and Eternal Sunshine just barely missed my list. That's a movie that that's actually in Vanessa's top movies.
Yeah,
She
it's a good one.
absolutely.
And I feel weird, spoilers, not having any Kaufman on my list, but yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so you don't have anything of his in.
Spoilies. Sorry.
Well, that's well good. That is surprising, man. But hey, I just arrived here at work, dude. Thank you all for listening. And once again, this was just our top 25 to 21. We'll be continuing. I hope you can tune in. And please don't be too hateful with our picks. Once again, that's our personal picks. It's, you know, we don't really consider them to be the greatest, but yeah, it's our personal picks. So, Mitch, it was good talking to you, man, and I'll talk to you later.
You too, man. And hey, hope you have a good morning. And if I don't see you again, good afternoon and good night.
Perfect.